Hello everyone, Hawky here, back with another sort of Convallaria video. So it has been a while since we looked at the tier list. This tier list was from back in September, and I feel like there's a lot of things I really want to update now. And yeah, I was just waiting, right? There was the Tower Versity, and now we've got the Witcher units. There's been so many changes, so many things to consider, and yeah, let's just get straight into it. So let's start from the right side. First is Coco. Coco's time, I feel like, is over. I barely used her. I guess she does have a niche for, like, with her happiness and everything, but I think that's what she's really only used for, like, just the happiness. Like, there's not really that much point to run Coco these days. Like, I mean, she's an okay tank, right? That works. The other unit is Farlan. Like, Farlan, he does have a nice niche as well, like putting up shields and everything, but I don't think she is really that good either. So we're going to push Farlan down. The next unit I'm going to also push down is SP Sophia. The SP Sophia has been really great. She had a rerun as well, but her emphasis is really just on like the single target following boss sort of meta, and this never has come back. Like, the focus more is just on AoEs. Like, even if we like have a single target boss, you're not really going to bring in SP Sophia these days. You're going to bring in someone like Credenza, Tyre, that sort of thing, right? And with Tyre, I don't think he should be up there on tier 0 as well. Like, do we need to have a tier 0 support? I feel like our hybrid, like, DPS and support is enough. Tyre, I do bring him, like, it's basically just really for, like, the energy, the speed up from time to time. And, like, a lot of times it's like a consideration between, do you need your cooldown reduction and buff from Tyre, from Condenser, or, like, the buffs from Tyre? It's mostly between these two. And then when you move more into the niche, it's SP Sophia for like the single target and everything, OG Nana for the act again, and even more like is like Coco for the happiness, Farlan for the shield. And these like tier 2, tier 3, like I guess we can push Teeden down. Like, he's been pretty irrelevant for a while. I'll push Samantha down as well. She's not really that worth it. Simona, I guess Simona is still there for like the shields and, you know, the knockback and everything. Over here, Senshi should go down. And I think we're pretty much done with Mytha as well. Even though she does get a bit of buff with like SP Mytha, I think she's down here. Now, who else do I want to drop? I think Akambe's time is over. It was mainly there for like the greed and the assassins, but that's been pretty much power crept by Shanaz's with her black hole, and then Kiensha with his summon. So Akambe, like, most of the time if you bring Akambe, it's only really for his aura, and that's about it. Our next casualty here, I would say, is Ida. Like, literally, the only thing you really bring Ida for is the liquor. Like, she's just niche in that one single skill. We don't even use her crate these days. So many units have damage 3, give energy. She's pretty irrelevant. And another casualty for the single target meta is Homer. Homer has become more and more irrelevant. Even though we did use her for last Tower Versity, it was just for like the bird, right? Just a bit of extra damage. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't really see us using Homer anytime in the future. I think who has picked up here is actually Rico. Rico with her knockback, her AoE is really nice as well. I think Rico has definitely picked up here, so we'll move Rico here to the tier 1. And we're moving down Putronrun. Putronrun is not even out here in global, but yeah, just the dodge tank just isn't really working out. And DOT in general, I feel like has suffered. Like with Eucerin, I feel like we don't really need much DOT anymore. Like Luffy, I'm going to bring him down here. And Kavare is going to come down as well. We bring down Kavare. He's retiring. He's retiring. Like his 3 cooldown, AoE rain, just isn't really working out that well. I mean, he has other DOT and everything, but just I don't know. It's like I'd rather be running Eucerin than Kavare these days. Even though they don't really like sort of like replace each other, I just don't really see much of a need for Kavare. Like if I bring Kavare, I need to fully support him with like Credenza or Flag to make him really actually work. Also, we're moving Agatha down. Agatha, she was doing really good in the last Towerversity, but she's only really there for her unique mechanic Wound. Like just increasing the piercing damage. It's unique to her at the moment. And like she doesn't really do anything else. And what we're also doing is we're dropping down Selena. Like Selena, I think at the time she was released, she was quite good for new players. Didn't have much of a high ceiling, but she had like a low ceiling, high floor, and the more I use Selena, the more I'm like disappointed in what she brings to the table. The other unit to bring down into this section is Lucama. Like Lucama is still a strong unit by herself, but the main thing we were having her up at tier 0 was she was the cornerstone of the Element faction. But the Element faction has been rather disappointing. Like there's some good units in there, but overall, like you don't really need or want like most of the Element characters. And like even the good ones don't even need Lucama for support. Like Shanaz and Heshan, which are like the key Element characters that I recommend, like they're self-sufficient. They don't even need to have Lucama on their team. I mean, that's considering like you maxed them out. So she's still good to have, but she's not key. She's not the cornerstone. And now we're moving to the DPS category. Estra, her single target time is over. Like her single target is still good. It doesn't mean that she's dropped, but it's just too hard to pull off. She has so many restrictions in order to push out her single target, and there just isn't really anywhere for her to really shine. I feel like we were baited by Estra from the CN side, and I mean Estra was good for them from the plant boss, right? And we didn't have her then. The other unit I'm also pushing down is SP Rawia. In this day and age, SP Rawia, like if you have her 5-star, she's still really good for like the act again every single turn, the knockback and everything. Her damage is very lackluster. She's mainly there for like pretty much the double knockback. And I mean, you still got like SP Samantha to sort of help you out, but that's pretty much it. I think Shams is fine as he is. Like he's still a really strong single target for the Element faction. I could see him going down a little bit, but we'll still keep him there. Like Shams is still quite unique in what he does, and I think he's still pretty relevant. Kristen Stocks is still going in and hard. I think she is still really, really insane. I think it's time to bring down Camelot. The king, the Camelot. Like, definitely really strong on global, like really tanky, strong AoE, strong mobility, strong DPS. But he does have that ceiling that he can't break through. he can't break through the curse of not being able to act again. He can't act again with SP Nana, Call of Frito. He can't act again with OG Nana, with her Princess Prayer act again. Like, that's what really truly limits him, and there's no way around it. And I feel like that would make him really suffer as a DPS. Like, I don't think he is tier 0 material, even though he still has other things to make up for it, like his tankiness and everything. Like, maybe we could even put him as a support, right? He's bringing the Union aura, he's been tanky, but look, he's tier 0.5. I'll keep him in a DPS category. So the next unit that we need to add on this is Yagane. So Yagane, pretty fun with her summons, can do some decent damage. Like, the devs are really keen to push out the strength of summons. And I think the main weakness is the summons just inherit the basic stats of the character. Doesn't inherit the buffs or anything, and yeah, they're just very weak. Even like they're pushing a Kumbe with his unique ascension. Yagane for me is like tier 1.5. Like, just basically a skip at this rate. We don't even have her yet, and yeah, just very underwhelming. Unless they really shake up the summon meta, but like the summons are just in a very bad place. The next unit that came out for CN is Heshan. Heshan is really amazing. The Heshan does give your units crit damage, like pretty much power creeps Coco's like crit buffs. Like, that's insane. Like, the crit means so much in this game, really amplifying our damage. He does give energy, gives damage. He can also do damage himself. He's piercing and infection. I think he's like the ultimate crit support, and that's what really took down some of our earlier supports. Like Coco pretty much dropped down so much. And the next unit is like the big queen, Naz. Really insane, really awesome. Like, there's nothing that compares to Shanaz in this game. From buffing allies to doing damage and like insane knockback. Like, she's the only one who can do his like black hole skill. She can switch units around. She can teleport. She is so much. She does so much. And also, like Heshan, she is not restricted by element. Like, I mean, you do have to max it. You do have to 5-star her in order for her to be like really self-sufficient. Otherwise, she does need some assistance from like Lucumo and everything. But once you max her out, she is self-sufficient. She can fit into any team, and she is like the ultimate support. Like, basically, she is like an upgraded form of Yennefer. She can teleport your units, knock back, pull them. It's so insane. She is the Yennefer power creep, right? Yennefer in 6 months is Shanaz. And then we move over to the last element in the arc, which is Kiensha. They're really pushing at the summon meta. Like, you know, we had Akambe, and then Yagane, and then Kiensha. Like, Kiensha sort of is pretty much an Akambe power creep, but like, for all his strengths and like summons and damage Kiensha does, he is very selfish, and it's not really that much damage or anything either, which is kind of sad. His summons can do some AoE DPS, but it's just quite underwhelming. So we have Kiensha here in the tier 1 sort of category there. DPS and support, I guess. His summons can sort of like block for your units. But yeah, that is it for the element arc in CN. Next up, they'll move to the Lucian arc, where we'll be looking at like an SP Agatha form, XP Alexi, and then there is the king, Ivan. So we don't know how they'll play out. Ivan's probably going to be like a cornerstone unit alongside Agatha and Lexi, but we'll wait and see. And now with the Witcher collab, right? Witcher collab, we got Siri for free. Like Siri for me, I did a lot of testing and I feel like there is something really weird about Siri. I feel like her damage is bugged. Like, I wasn't really getting much damage output from her. Like, I didn't really go deep into the calculations and everything, but I feel like there is just something wrong with Siri. Like, at the moment, the best way to play Siri is like similar to Rico as an AoE knockback, right? As an AoE knockback. But then she also has the benefit of debuffing with stagger, right? The bound debuff, which enables like some of the effects of your other Witcher units. I mean, it's sort of good in a way, right? So she is a bit of like a support in that way. I feel like she just debuff, knockback, that's about it. It's Nova spam. And then our current banner unit is Geralt. Geralt of Rivia. So Geralt, I think is really amazing. Really amazing as a Witcher unit. He's very flexible. Like, depending on which signs you choose, he enables different types of teams. Like, he doesn't have to be just in the Witcher team as like a physical AoE DPS. That is, in my opinion, like his best build as an AoE physical DPS. Like AoE physical DPS wise, I feel like he is on the level of Camelot. On the level of Camelot. Like, that's insane. Like, Camelot was like tier 0, right? But on the level of Camelot. And that's not it. That's not just it to his kit. Like, he can go Igni to do enable like the magic damage teams, magic defense down. He can create fire for like Luvata, create fire for Triss. Like, just so much that he can do. And then he can also do really strong single target damage. I didn't really do the full testing. I don't think he's like Shams, Tristan level, or maybe not even like Estra level, but it's still really, really strong single target. And like just his physical AoE damage equaling Camelot on top of his versatility, on top of bringing in like the dimension travel aura and everything, I think Geralt is definitely tier 0.5. I was even thinking of putting him tier 0. I think that is too much. I don't think he's SP Samantha level. SP Samantha is still up there. Like, she is the cornerstone. She is the core of the aggression team. And with a 5-star SP Samantha with your aggression team, she just does map-wide DPS, right? You spread all your units, SP Samantha just cleans them all up. I think SP and Samantha is just really that insane, and nobody can beat her currently. Okay, with my rant aside, now we talk about Yennefer. The Yennefer, her rate up is coming on the 12th of December. And Yennefer, I think, is really amazing as well. She has so much utility in her kit. Creating portals, just teleporting your allies or enemies anywhere. Like, I mean, not anywhere, but within range, and it's huge range. Not only that, frost and burning tile immunity, bit of healing, and her DPS is really good as well, right? Elemental storm, she has a magic surge. It's only every 2 turns, but mainly she's more support than DPS, but she can do really well at both. Like, you could build her as a DPS and it's still solid DPS. And she's also been able to create those icy terrains, fire tiles for the units that need them. So I could see her really cornerstone in synergy with units like, you know, Triss, Luvata, who need their fire tiles, and who needs ice tiles again? Maybe the future Lucian characters need the ice tiles. So Yennefer to me is definitely a really solid tier 0.5 as well. Like, these Witcher units are amazing. Like, they're not like, you know, tier 0 top tier. Like, I think CN were worried about, like, you know, their power creep and everything. They're very, very good units for us. And last but not least, Triss. The Triss's rate up will be coming on the 26th of December. The Triss to me is an AoE spammable mage. And we do have these units, right? She is basically an equivalent to Luvata or Marcel. Like, sure, they have their different niches, different AoEs, different ways of comboing their skills, but basically their main thing is ban AoE, add a group of mobs, clear them, and that's what Triss does. Like, her damage, I think her damage ceiling can be a bit higher than Luvata and Marcel, but it's nothing too amazing. Like, she still has her weaknesses. She still has to combo her fire and ice AoEs against the mobs. So, like, she isn't that bursty in a way, unless you give her, like, act again mechanics or, you know, multiple turns. So, to me, Triss is tier 1. She is actually the worst out of these collabs, right? But you have to see them in their specific roles as well. Like, maybe I should split this up more, like, into, like, you know, AoE, single target DPS and everything, but yeah, that is my thoughts on the tier list, right? So this is all up to date, December 2025. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I feel like there has been, like, so much that has changed since the previous tier list. There's so much units that have shaken up the meta, and the Witcher units are just so amazing. Like, let's just put that there. Yeah, I just can't believe how good Geralt, how good Yennefer is. Ciri was a bit of a disappointment. Like, Ciri, I feel like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'll keep her there for now. And Triss, I think Triss, yeah, not 0.5, tier 0, AoE DPS, like, you know, there's basically, like, what? AoE magic DPS is SP Samantha, Luvata, Marcel, and Triss. And Triss is, like, on the same grade as these other ones. So, yeah, I'll leave it there. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.